Today I'm going to show you how to make steak the easiest and fastest way possible. So I've let the steak out the fridge for about 30 minutes now, just so it's room temperature. You don't have to do this, you can do it out of the fridge, but I just like to do it so it just sears faster. First thing we're going to do is pat our steaks dry. So get some paper towel here, pat it dry. This way it gets a nice sear. Here we go. Steak is nice and dry. We're going to season it with some salt. Don't be shy, go crazy on salt. Both sides. I like to go just salt, not even pepper, just because when you cook with high heat, the seasonings tend to burn. So I just go salt, and then you can add pepper and other seasons on top later. Now we got a pan, maximum heat. What I'm going to do today, I'm going to lay it fat side down right away. We're going to let this fat render down, and we're going to cook the steak in its own fat. You see how this fat rendering down? Look at all that fat that rendered. We're going to cook the steak in its own fat. Look at how crispy it is. Look at that crisp. And now I just lay down the steak in its own fat. No oil needed. I just leave it for around a minute and a half or 2 minutes. And I just always like to clear the steak. Just press it down, make sure it gets a nice sear. Spit about a minute and a half. Flip it, boom. Make sure it's sitting in its own fat. Press it down. Make sure the whole steak's touching the pan. I'll leave it for another minute to minute and a half. Look at that sear. That way. Done. Transfer it to a plate. Boom. Now, what do? I'm gonna turn this heat down, and we're gonna make a sauce. Get some beef broth. I just throw it in that pan. The pan was a little bit too hot. So now all that fond on the pan, all that flavor that was stuck in the pan is now lifted. Look at that. Look at the sauce. You can add a little bit more. Boom. Season it with a little bit of salt, and you can go with some lemon juice. I'm gonna go with white vinegar. You don't have lemon juice. Anything acidic to bring the flavors up. So a little dash. Boom. Give it a little mix, and just like that, you have a nice pan sauce. Steaks been resting for about like 5 to 8 minutes. Let's cut this bad boy open. Oh my goodness, bad boy. Taste test. Holy fuck. We're gonna serve it up with some rice, beans, veggie salad, cottage cheese. Remember that pan sauce? It's gonna go right on top. Cheers.